What's up, everybody? Today I'm gonna do a compression test and a leak down test on the old Civic right here. Stay tuned. Right now I'm just letting it warm up because you want it warm when you do this test. So I'll take y'all a little tour around it. So yeah, this test is pretty much gonna tell me. So yeah, right now the only reason I'm doing this test because it's supposedly burning oil and it's supposedly burning it bad. But I never got to really drive the car to figure all that out. So I'm gonna do the compression test and leak down test. And what that does is pretty much you need compression for one. And if that's not in the right area, then you got something going on. So then you do a leak down test. Leak down test is gonna tell you exactly what's leaking. So it could be your rings or it could be your valves, and I'll get into that more in a second. So pretty much that's what this is going to do, and that's going to tell me if I'm either going to rebuild the head if the valves are bad, or if the rings are bad, and I'm just going to rebuild the whole motor. And I'll get to that again in a second after we do all this testing. I kind of want to rebuild it honestly because I want to do a nice fresh rebuild. Alright, so the car is pretty much warmed up now. So the car is pretty much warmed up now. So all you do is cut it off. And then you come down here. It's gonna be that 15 amp fuse right there for your fuel pump. You gotta pull that fuse out. That one right there, that's 15 amp fuse right here. You pull that out and you just sit that to the side, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts. And then before you start the car and all that, before you do anything, you gotta disconnect your distributor right here because you don't want no voltage going back to the computer and messing the computer up. So make sure you disconnect your distributor right here and take all these out. And then the next thing, you want to make sure your throttle is wide open right here. So I stuck a screwdriver in it, you want to make sure that's wide open. So after you did all that, got the fuses and all pulled and disconnect your distributor and got your throttle wide open, now we can start. 4, 3, 2, 1. So you pull these out. Then you get your 5/8 socket with the extension and go into cylinder 1 and take the spark plug out. I've never changed these since I got the car. They're a little burnt up. Yeah, they ain't looking too good. So this is the little kit, compression test kit I got from Harbor Freight. And I'm gonna need this piece right here. This. And this. And you take these two pieces and put them together. Make sure you get this tight with this. Then you get your little compression tester. And this end goes into the spark plug hole. Make sure it's nice and tight. And you want to crank it around like 7 times. And this is the second cylinder too. Damn. Then you go and put this in. You want it nice and tight. Then you connect this. Pretty much it's not holding. It goes, looks like it goes about 120, 150, somewhere around there, and it just drops. And it goes back up there, and then it just drops. Or it's leaking. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other two, cylinder 3 and 4, because I'm only on 2, and this is the second. Then the first cylinder and this cylinder is doing the same thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other 2 and see if it does the same thing, and then we're going to jump into the leak down test, and that's what's going to tell you a lot, honestly, right there. Alright, so this is cylinder 3, and this is a spark plug out of that, and that's not looking good either. Cylinder 3. Spark plug number 4. It's a little burnt up a little bit, but it ain't as bad as the other 2. Cylinder 4. You do the leak down test, you want the cylinder at top dead center. So I'm using this right here. You stick it in here all the way to it's touching the top of the piston. Then you go right here and turn this bolt right here. That turns the crank to go the pistons to go up and down. Alright, so now when it's like this, the piston's all the way down. Now we gotta get the piston all the way up to top dead center. So you go around. To about right there is top dead center. So that's top dead center right now. So before you do anything, you want to take your radiator cap off, your oil cap, and your dipstick out. So when you do this now, when you add air in there, you want to listen to this spot, to your radiator, to your dipstick, and where you add your oil. You want to listen for air. Make sure you take this out of your throttle. I had this in the throttle when we were doing the compression test. Make sure you take this out. And then you add the air. And then again, we gotta make sure the cylinder 3 is at top dead center. Right there, that's top dead center. So cylinder 3, I'm going with the exhaust valves are bad because I can hear it in the headers. Even though these headers are shitty, but I'm gonna go to cylinder 2 and 1 and see who's doing the same thing. And then make sure you do the same thing. Make sure cylinder 3's top dead center. This one was holding a little bit of air. Yeah, it's leaking pretty good. It's actually holding air too. It's actually holding a little bit of air. I can hear it coming out of right here. Say hi, everybody. Derek Barron.
What's up? Hey, so that's some bad news, man. That sucks. I mean, at least if you rebuild it, though, it'll be yours. You'll know what's done. You know exactly how it's running and forming. But that's crazy, dude. So you said cylinders 3, 4, and 2, 3, and 4.
4, 3, and 1 are exhaust valves.
4, 3, and 1.
And then 2 is rings.
That's crazy, dude. That car was jacked.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, at least you know now, though. I mean, you kind of figured that anyways.
When they told me it was burning oil pretty bad, I figured it was valves or something in that.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of excited, and it kind of sucks. Huh?
Oh well, Project Blue EM1 on the way.
Oh yeah, you talking about it's gonna be the whole engine bay is getting redone, tucked, everything's getting tucked. So it's gonna.
Yeah, you might as well.
I'm going all out.
Yeah, might as well. All right, fool. Well, be sure to go subscribe to my boy Tyler if you're watching this video. You better subscribe and watch this video and hit that like button for him. Guys, I'm out of here. Tyler, I will see you tonight.
So there you go. That's how you do a compression test and a leak down test. Compression test was horrible in this car. I kind of see why now. I'm pretty sure that's why, because the valves and shit were bad. So I got everything written down right here. So cylinder 4 exhaust valves are shot. Cylinder 3 exhaust valves are completely shot. Cylinder 2, the rings are shot. I can hear air coming out the oil cap right there. I can hear air coming out of there. And then cylinder 1 again was exhaust valves. So honestly, I could just go ahead and rebuild the head, just put new valves in it. But honestly, what is the point in just pulling the head and doing that if the rings are bad in cylinder 2? Like, they're not gonna last much longer than the other ones probably. So guys, it looks like the motor is getting pulled, and you are gonna get a rebuild on Blue. I'm gonna go into more of that in another video, exactly what I'm gonna do. But pretty much, the whole engine bay is gonna get tucked. Whatever I can tuck, I'm gonna tuck. And then the motor, I'll go into that more in depth after I pull it and all and take it apart. And I'm not gonna turbo it or nothing like that. It's gonna stay as stock as possible. That's my goal. Like, I'm not really trying to build it, but I do want to have a little bit of fun. I will say that. I want to have a little bit of fun. It's mostly gonna be show car anyways, but I'm going to meets and stuff. I do want to have a little bit of fun. So the motor is getting rebuilt. So probably the next video you see on this is me pulling the motor, which is probably going to be here very soon. And then taking the motor apart. And then it's just, the only thing that's going to suck is just waiting on everything. Put down in the comments below, like, what brands are good for piston rods, pistons, valves, bearings. Yeah, put down in the comments below what are good brands so I can check them out. I don't want nothing super expensive, but I'm just curious of what it's out there. I've been looking online. If y'all got any advice for me when I rebuild it, y'all put it in the comments below. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. See y'all in the next one.